Hey, what's up everyone? How's it going? Today is March 28th, 2022, Monday. And I found a pretty cool picture. Actually, there's a real cool story that goes with the picture. It's one of my very first RD tags. Like, for real, you could tell in it. And it's actually dated 1983. And you could see my first bombing partners when I wrote RD. Yeah. And you can see it says 1983. It's actually in these buildings. See, I used to live in this neighborhood, and I still live in this neighborhood. I mean, I've lived in every single borough at one point or another, as I've explained in my past podcasts. I've explained my whole life journey throughout graffiti. So if you follow that, you can tell I've lived in every borough at one point or another. Anyway, Manhattan's where I lay my hat. And there's these buildings that when we were real little, we used to play tag in them. We'd hide and play manhunt. There'd be about 20, 30 kids. We'd all be running around hiding in these apartment buildings, like in the basements, because all the basements connected. It's one city block, and all the basements connected. Back then, everything was wide open. You could go in there. Hell, in the winter, we used to have like a little clubhouse down there and stuff. So anyway, this was actually done with the same exact kind of that primer brownish orange color that I did that RD on the sixes. Same exact paint, but maybe 4 or 5 years before the sixes. When, before I actually did those fill-ins on the sixes. I actually looked at that photograph. It's not that the fill-in, the style of bubble letter is bad. It's the fill-in is like a dark brown and the outline is like a dark green So yeah, that's weird. But the actual outlines of them is actually pretty cool, man. And yeah, a lot of you guys were complimenting on like the actual spray paint cap that I used too. Yeah, it was pretty fat. And someone had asked me to do a whole thing on caps, and I could break that down real quick. You know, have caps back in the days, like spray paint caps and nozzles, but I could get into that. But originally, let me get to these photographs. So anyway, yeah, I used to play tag in these buildings, right? Way back, 1983 actually, because it's dated 1983. Now, I was born in 1968. I remember that being the winter of 1983, and that's when I started writing RD. And, yeah, that's that actual same brown. You can see how early on it is, and you can see my actual bombing partners, the people that I actually wrote with, like Chuck. Yeah, that's the Mavroiduses. Yeah, that's one of the Mavroiduses. And Core. Yeah, I believe he offed himself. I believe, yeah, with a shotgun too. So you know when you use it like a double barrel shotgun, yeah, you really don't want to be around no more. Like that's when it's not like a cry for help or nothing. But yeah, I believe Core. Yeah, at least I think that's what it says, and that's to the best of my memory. It might be Car, which was Carlos. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Core. I didn't really look at it. I'm looking at the picture on a phone. As I don't carry a phone. We were going down to the basement. Apparently someone moved out, and they left a 55-gallon fish tank with everything, all the equipment you would need to set up a fish tank, So someone was like, yo, Rob, man, this guy, if you want it, just take it, don't cost nothing. I'm like, I don't know. So they kind of twisted my arm into taking this fish tank. I said, all right, I'll take it. What the fuck? Maybe, I don't know, I'll put an Oscar or something in it, maybe a Jack Dempsey or something, or I'll get a Red Devil. You get it, RD? Get a little Red Devil in there. But they get too big for that tank. But yeah, it's okay. I'll take the tank. I'll throw something in it. I'll go to Petco and buy a fish or something. Maybe goldfish or something, I said, yeah, I'll take the tank. The guy gives me a tank. And as we're going in the room to take the tank, this actually says RD. 1983 with Chuck and Core. And then on the door, again, it says 1983 with one of them white Pentels. Back in the days, the little short, stubby garbage can ones. Those are like the first up and down markers with the flow pen type tip. Yeah, which is now like all the markers, paint markers. Yeah, those were the beginning of them. The little Pentels, white Pentels. And they just smell so nice, man. I can smell it right now just thinking about it. But yeah, so those pictures are of that in 1983. And that was me just testing. Like I saw, they would get that, we would get that primer paint from Lamston's and Woolworth. Yeah, Lamston's, 59th, 60th on 3rd Avenue. There was one on Lexington. There was one on 57th and 2nd. yeah, I had the whole route in my head. 77th and 78th on 2nd. Then Lexington, 74th. No, that was 3rd Avenue, 74th. Lexington, 86th. Yeah, yeah, I used to kill that shit. With those primers, those brown primer cans of, I think it was made by Town and Country. Something like that. It wasn't Krylon, it wasn't Rust, though. It was some Magic Touch or some crazy shit, a liquid or something, I don't remember. But it was a primer. You would use it for your car. If you dent the side of your car, you would rivet, pull it out, sand it, you'd spray paint that on there, sand it down real nice, give it a coat, and boom, it looks like new. Anyway, yeah, that's what that's for. Primer. To go under your original color of paint. That's what this shit would be used for. This is brown stuff. And I used to just have that. And white. And the white was real watery. And I used to like that brown for the insides. You know, I was thinking also, a couple of you guys asking me, you know, once again about caps, you know, like spray paint caps and nozzles. I could get into that really quick right now. I use whatever the fuck I got my hands on, man, to be truthful with you. Hell, I remember actually getting released from the system. Like, seriously, I went in on some bullshit like shoplifting or something like that. I went down, I got arrested for shoplifting. I think it was shoplifting. I don't remember. I was like 17, 18 years old or something like that. I got arrested. I think it's like shoplifting or some shit like that. No, I was about 19 or 20. Yeah, because I went through a big boy system, not the little kid system. And yeah, I get caught shoplifting. And I'm in the tombs. I go from the tombs, I go before the judge, and then as I'm being released, I go to the men's room to take a piss. As I'm coming out the men's room, I actually noticed there's a maintenance cart there with garbage bags on it, a mop, and all these cleaning products like Windexes and industrial shit to clean a bathroom. Like there's a maintenance worker is either getting ready to clean that bathroom or he pulled out this cart. It's on wheels that a maintenance worker would use to clean the court building. And this was pretty late, too, because it was already after lunch and all that. It was about 5, 6 in the evening. And I remember, I was like, I got to take a piss real quick before I get on that subway. You know, I don't want to get a ticket pissing in the street. You know? So I went in the bathroom to take a piss, and as I came out, I saw that cart there. And I saw like 5 or 6 cans with these fat caps on them. All I looked for, I don't even think I got a can around here, man. But, yeah, I don't even have a can of paint to show you. But all I do is make sure it's got that little nipple on it, you know. Damn, man, yeah, I'm all fucked up here. I just came on here not thinking. But, let me, wait, I got caps here. All right, this is back in the day. I got this thing here, man. All right. All right, easy, easy, easy. Yeah, I'm still not going to be able to find nothing quick. Yeah. All right, yeah, I have something. All right, you see this cap here? It's just a bunch of caps, like just shit I got. But, alright, you see this cap here? Alright, do you see? Alright, now you see this piece here? If it had that fucking thing on it, I grabbed it, man. Straight up and down, because that's how pretty much all the spray paint had that little thing down there. Alright, so if it had that on there, I grabbed that shit, I'll either stick it in my mouth or I'll put that shit in my pocket or whatever. And that's what I did. I walked up to that maintenance fucking thing in the courtroom, like in the court building on the 2nd floor. I remember there was H4 or something all the way to the left. Probably some bullshit court on some shoplifting or something like that. You go there, you come out, you're a free man after spending 2 days in the tombs. First fucking thing I do, I don't even get out the building. I'm over there stealing these little caps like this off the fucking cleaning products in the goddamn court system. Yeah, 100th Street, no bullshit. Yeah, I saw that shit. I said, oh shit. Went over, I pulled off like 4 or 5 of those fucking caps. I don't remember. I stuck them in my pocket probably. I didn't have to put them in my mouth. But that was a quick routine I would do too. Stored my mouth real quick. You know, you just go like this. You know, and just keep walking. It's easy. You know, get your 2 teeth. Pull the cap right off real easy peasy. Hell yeah. Stick it right in your mouth. Almost like a hand grenade, like in the old movies. Yeah, I would steal them like that too in stores, put the caps back on them, put them off to the side so I don't retake the same one and open it again. I'll go through it until I got no more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, in this one particular time, like I was saying, the courtroom, I had no idea what it was. It was some weird industrial spray stuff. But by the time I got that shit, yeah, that shit worked nice. It worked really nice with fucking Krylon silver. I used those caps for a long time, man. Those caps lasted me for months, man. I forget who it was. Someone, I think it was D3. He's always goofing around with these weird like turpentines and shit like that, and trying to clean the caps or something. And I think I trusted him with the fucking thing, and he got all screwed up or something. But yeah, I mean, you know, they get clogged after a while. I used them a lot, man. I was goofing around with them fucking caps for months on end. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes it's just there is no bringing it back to life. But I forget. I believe it was D3 or someone. Man. Like, hey, I can fix that cap for you. Maybe it wasn't him, but yeah, he was good with stuff like that. Man. D3, he was like kind of like a cap guy. He would even make the ink and stuff like that. Yeah, he was in on it like that. Not me. I grab what I can and then I test it. If it works, fine. If not, I throw it out and grab another one. You know, I just steal another cap. That was pretty much my mentality. But the way I remember it, spray starches for shirts and stuff to iron them and stuff. That was good. The AFTA, the AFTA. Shit, them WD-40 caps that come out real nasty. I used to love those caps for when I used to use the tar sealer, the 3M trunk tar sealer that I used to steal from the fucking the Winter Garden Theater. I'd get this tar sealer shit. You know, now I think they actually make this paint that's called like blacktop, where it's actually like spray tar. But back in the days, they had this shit made by 3M that you would spray in the trunk of your car to prevent it from rusting or something like that. And for some reason, this Winter Garden Theater, where the Cats Broadway play was, they would have cases of that shit. Originally, I grabbed it by accident, but it wound up being the best accident. There's no such thing as a bad accident, like Bob Ross would say. Pretty good accidents, right? Are perfect mistakes. But yeah, I remember I stole a bunch of this weird shit. It was tar. What the fuck? I like it. Fuck yeah! And yo, yeah, it was one of the best fucking things ever, man. That tar shit. But that shit burns when it gets in your eyes, man. We lace and sash. Yeah, we were hitting the inside of the fours at Grand Army Plaza. No, things were smashed, man. I mean, there's a, you know, Coke 2 and them were hitting it hard at that point. A lot of people, they were destroyed. The only spots that you were good was the fucking ceilings. And I remember the light. It's like a long, hard, like clear plastic. And yo, we would take that tar film just right over the fucking light, like the shield that covers the light bulb, because it's long. It runs along the whole top, man. And we were, and yo, I swear, when the light is on, you couldn't even see through that tar, man. It was thin. It was like as thick as a fucking marker tag. There's actually a picture of a lace tag floating around with it on that light. If I really looked hard, man, or if anyone knows where it is, Lace himself took that picture. I remember, and it's out there somewhere. He might even still have a copy of it, you know. But yeah, that shit was good. The 3M tar seal for trunks of cars. It's like an automobile product. Yeah, that shit was good. What were we up to now? Yeah. Oh yeah, there's another thing I wanted to say. You know, I was telling you guys I don't give a shit about the subscribers or people liking my things and stuff. That I'm not interested in getting monetized, that I don't believe I can get monetized. Remember that whole big thing I went through? I was wrong, man. Yeah, my son looked into that shit. I need 10,000 fucking followers for me to open up a store. Remember that? I just want to open up a store and sell my stuff on it. Yeah, apparently I need 10,000 followers to open up a store. So there goes that idea. And I mean, yeah. So I don't know, man. I guess I do need people to subscribe and like my videos, man. Hey, no, it takes a big man to admit this kind of thing. You know, I remember my father used to say that. I remember I used to, you know, where is the, what happened to your shoes? Or something like that. You know, just as an example. I'd say, it got lost. I remember he would tell me, son, a man becomes a man when he has the maturity to stop saying, it got lost, and start saying, I lost it. You know. So, all right, Dad, I lost it. Man, he slapped the shit out of me. You know, I'm just using his shoes as an example. I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, I lost it. I think it had something to do with a fishing bowl or a fishing tackle. I think I left the shit in the pond, like when I go fishing. I left my whole fishing box somewhere in the pond or some shit like that out in Long Island. I came home without it. I was like, it got lost. Yeah, I was like, he asked me, what do you mean it got lost? Like, be a man, you know, it's time for you to mature. Instead of saying it got lost, you have to take responsibility for your actions. Say, I lost her. Say, all right. Looks like I'm not going to get in trouble or nothing, you know. All right, Dad, you're right. I lost her. Hooked off of me. But yeah, that's how you become a man. You admit to your mistakes and shit. Nah, hey, that's what I'm doing here, so I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I would need subscribers, I would need followers and all that shit. So please hit the subscribe button, and if you like the video. Fucking A! But no, I'm not joking. For real now, Hey, yeah, I had just, but yeah, no, I do need subscribers and stuff. If I want to open up a store, there's 10,000 people, yeah. This shit reminds me of this funny story, man. I have time to get into it, man. Yeah, sure, why not? You know when Obama was president? Barack Obama was president, right? So I don't live far from the UN building and the FDR Drive. At this point, I was living on 62nd Street, 344 East 62nd Street. My brother, me, my brother's dog, my son, we all live in one happy family, right? So you have President Barack Obama is the president, and he's in town. I believe it's the UN summit, that Save the World, or one of them crazy summits where he comes into the UN building, and they close off all the streets around that area for like a week. Normally they stay for about a week. It's a nightmare, man. First Avenue, it's all fucked up there. You gotta go up and down, yeah, it's bad. So anyway, I got home from work and shit, and I was walking my brother's dog. He has an Argentinian Dogo. Big dog, about 120 pounds. Big fucking thing. Looks like an overgrown pit bull. Google it. Argentinian Dogo. D-O-G-O. Dog name with bones. But anyway, I'm walking this dog. So, I'm down between 1st and York Avenue on 62nd Street. Right? So I'm like, the dog starts taking a shit. I'm like, fuck it, man. There's no one around. No one's going to see me. I don't have to pick that shit up. So, I start walking away from it. All of a sudden, there's like a 4x4, right? The wind comes down like, and I just see a pair of like Ray-Bans, like sunglasses and shit, looks at me. He said, hey, pick that up. I'm like, fuck you. Let your mother pick it up. So, the dude stopped, and then he got out. Like, he opened up the door, and he had like a bulletproof vest on. He had that shit in his fucking ear. And I'm like, oh shit. All of a sudden I look, and it's actually a whole motorcade of fucking like Secret Service men and shit, man. They ain't even had dude, the next SUV to it, had a dude get out with a fucking army dress, like dressed in an army suit and shit with a fucking machine gun. Oh shit! I'm like, oh, all right, I pick it up, I make joke, So like, so pick it up. I'm like, so I look into my pockets. He's like, yo, you weren't never planning on picking that shit up because you don't have anything to pick it up. I was like, no, the dog, he shit up the block and this and that. Yo, I swear, I was like, what the fuck? I used $2 bills, man. I picked that shit up, and they stayed there until I picked that shit up. I actually went in my pocket, I took $2 bills out. Didn't use that, man. And I started thinking I could get in trouble for that, but at that point I was like, yo, let me not even say nothing. It's like that PTSD. I was like, yeah, sure, sir, I'm on it. I mean, like you're trying to run away or bash him in the head, But yeah, fucking A, yeah, that was a funny one, man. Pick that shit up. Like, fuck you, your mother this the dude came out, he was short, he was all muscly, he had a white shirt on, I remember, with a bulletproof vest on, he was all red, like a redneck, like, yeah, for real, you could tell he was like from Kentucky or some shit, like he talked with like an accent and stuff like that. Yeah, man, he was like, I'm not saying the president was in that line, I'm sure they wouldn't stop fucking with me at that point, but yeah, there was about 4 or 5 fucking those SUVs in a row, and they were heading for the FDR Drive when that happened. Maybe they're just screwing around, or it could be just the mayor. You know what I mean? Or someone like that, or some kind of other official that's not really that official or that important. But yeah, man, that shit was funny. I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. Like, yo, I was ready to pick that shit up with my hands, man. I was like, what the fuck, man? I'll probably take my brother's dog, and I'll get in trouble. I got my poor son sitting at home and shit, But yeah, they fuck you, your mother picked it up. Man, that's funny shit, man. But yeah, all right, people, you guys take care of yourselves, man. Yeah, I also got to start, like, behaving myself on here a little, like, with my voice, I think, with my cursing. I don't know. I don't want to, because that's not me, but I don't know. I got to start reaching these people, and I don't know, someone keeps fucking with me, like, complaining. And that's not cool. I can't even talk about that without cursing, honestly. I mean, of course I work. I'm in a professional setting, and I don't curse or nothing, So yeah, I'm capable of doing it. But when I'm on here and I'm telling these stories and I'm all amped up, I'm kind of like, and then the motherfucker came up to me like this, so I went over here, and I curse a lot. But I don't know. But I don't know if I could get the point across without cursing like that. You know, it's that kind of a story. Yeah. All right, people. Yeah, anyway, I was telling you about the picture, right? So after this video, you'll see the pictures I'm talking about. Those pictures were just taken the other day. Those tags are still there, man. Yeah, that shit says 1983 on it. All right, people. And I swear, that was like the first week that I was writing RD. Yeah, before that I was To Rob and Redo. To Rob first, and then Redo, and then RD. And those, literally, that's like the first week of me writing RD. Honestly, I swear, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Yeah, that's like the first week when I didn't even get on the subways with it yet. Yeah.